Hi, I'm Yunsup and I'm going to give you an update on the technical committee, and I'm going to try to make it as exciting as possible. So I have the honor to work with Sylvia, who's the vice chair of the technical committee. So really quickly, what does the technical committee do? We maintain a roadmap of the RISC-V ISA so that you can go and plan your products. We also coordinate efforts on various ISA extensions as well as specifications. We also coordinate effort upstreaming software development tools like compilers, debuggers, whatever else software tools. We also establish processes to define and standardize ISA extensions. Talk a little bit about that. We also provide, or planning to provide, and maintain a set of compliance tests to ensure interoperability. I think it's a very important point. Just to fast forward that a little bit, as Rick said, a lot of people wanted that. We are lacking a chair and a vice chair. So it'd be great if someone could step up and help out. Also, I think related to that, the technical committee goals is to provide guidelines for platform integration to minimize the fragmentation in the RISC-V software ecosystem. And also to make sure that the RISC-V program is great. I hope everyone's enjoying the program so far. We're gonna put up the call for contributions as soon as possible to get ready for the next November workshop. So please submit your great work that you're doing related to RISC-V. So I am chairing the technical committee group, and Sylvia is the vice chair, and there's currently 9 task groups. So starting from the beginning, the opcode space management group kind of became the roadmap of RISC-V management group. And then there's a bunch of task groups that are maintaining the specifications, and some of the task groups are defining standard extensions to RISC-V, such as security vector and bit manipulation extensions. And last but not least, there's a software toolchain task group, which is kind of coordinating the upstreaming effort right now. So, technical committee highlights. So what have you accomplished throughout the last workshop? RISC-V officially is supported in BinUtils 2.28, as well as GCC 7.1. So thank you to Andrew, Palmer, and Kito, who made all that happen, who are the official maintainers of BinUtils and GCC. It's a very important milestone, and more things will be coming. So hopefully next time at the November workshop, we can announce more things. The privilege specification version 1.10 has been published, and the good thing is that it's actually on a GitHub repository, so everyone can kind of see the evolution now. The debug specification v013 is published as well at this link. So if you are interested, please go take a look. And last but not least, some of you may know, recently there was an interesting article mistitled RISC-V has 100 bugs. In response to that, the foundation has released a press release, as well as we have formed a memory consistency model task group who are actively looking into this. And this is, in my opinion, the awesomeness of a free and open instruction set, where we all work together to make sure the instruction set is sound. So now I'm going to jump into each task group and give you a brief update. So looking into the roadmap of RISC-V a little bit. So at this workshop, we have released draft version privilege spec 1.10. The N mode and S mode changes must be backwards compatible after, I guess, today. The calling convention in ELF format has been documented. It's at this repository. So kind of looking forward into the second half of 2017, you will start the ratification process for the RB32E and I and RB64I and these standard extensions, as well as the debug spec. There will be a memory model spec proposal in the third quarter. I think it's important stuff, so it should come earlier rather than later. The hypervisor spec proposal would come out in the second half, as well as a complete Unix platform specification, including the hypervisor support. So moving on to the privileged ISA spec task group. So Andrew just gave a talk about the progress, and the goals include putting out the hypervisor proposal as well as starting the ratification process. Andrew already gave a talk. And there's also a foundation meeting date on Thursday, so there is going to be a task group meeting around the privileged ISA spec task group. So if you are interested, you should come by the meeting on Thursday. And Andrew's photo is there, so if you want to join, go talk to Andrew. Moving on to the formal spec task group, they are working on producing a formal specification of the RISC-V ISA. They currently have existing specs in L3, BlueSpec, Parallax, BSV, and COP. And they are discussing which type of tools they want to use moving forward. Moving on to the debug spec task group. So the version 0.13 has been out there and soliciting feedback. There is bi-weekly meetings at 8 a.m. and the goal is to ratify the spec in 2017. There is a full talk tomorrow, and there's also a task group meeting on Thursday, so if you have something to say about debug, please come to the meeting. So moving on to the memory model task group. The goal is to build a rigorous and sound memory consistency model, provide explanations about the memory consistency model. And they've been formed mid-March and meets weekly. There's a lot of trade-offs still being debated, and in a couple months they will produce a draft for everyone to take a look at. There is a full technical talk tomorrow, and also a task group meeting on Thursday, so if you're interested in participating, please come to the Thursday Foundation meeting. So moving on to the security task group, the charter is to define security extension specification, including the security models as well as some crypto algorithm instructions. They are working for a draft, and the goal is to produce a spec by the next workshop. There is a task group meeting on Thursday around the security task group, so if you're interested, please join. So the vector extension task group, Roger Espasa from Esperanto joined as vice chair, and members have been joining. The spec work has been delayed a little bit due to the privileged architecture spec and the memory model spec, consistency model task group, but they plan to begin regular meetings in June, so please talk to Chris if you're interested in joining. So the bit manipulation extension task group, they completed gathering proposals and they are implementing instructions to kind of get a feeling on what it takes to implement those instructions. They are actively looking for a vice chair to help out, so if you're interested, please come talk to me. Okay, last but not least, the software toolchain group. Talked about big utils and DCC. There's a couple more things that have upstream RISC-V support. The patches, initial set of patches for LLVM and GDB has gone out. Linux kernel and glibc will start soon. The QEMU patches have gone out. There's actually a wiki page with all the status on the software upstreaming processes. So please go take a look. So if you have not known, all member organizations should nominate a person for the technical committee. So if you do not have a technical committee rep, please come talk to me or Rick. There is a J extension task group chaired by David Chisnell from Cambridge. It's the JIT language extensions for RISC-V. They are actively looking for a vice chair, so if you like to volunteer, please come talk to me. And a very important point, the compliance testing task group is looking for participation, as in chairs and vice chairs to lead the group. We are kind of falling behind on this one. We really have to get going. So please come talk to me. And if you like to participate in task group or start a task group, please come to the Thursday foundation meeting. We kind of go through all the task group status and things like that, and also discuss possibly of adding new task groups there. So, and finally, thank you for your contribution. And RISC-V being a free and open instruction set, this is your chance to make a difference. You know, if you had any, reservations or, problems using other instruction sets, this is your chance. We are free and open. So please come participate and make a difference. So, any questions?
Will there be a full agenda distributed for the foundation meetings? On the last day?
I thought it had gone out, the Thursday foundation meeting agenda.
What was the question?
It said in the email that it was provisional.
Yeah, no, we haven't changed it, so that's what we'll be doing with. And if you're a member in the audience that didn't get that email for Thursday, come and see me over at lunch, and we'll make sure that you have the details.